The last section in chapter 1, we're going to deal with three-dimensional figures. So we'll identify and name three-dimensional figures and then do a little bit with surface area and volume to finish out the section. So there, again, is a ton of vocabulary. We're going to be dealing with a lot of these different things. Probably the most important ones are going to be what is a prism and a pyramid. But I'll go through each one of these as well. A polyhedron is a three-dimensional polygon, so it has all straight lines, no circles involved in it at all. The picture over here would be considered a polyhedron. The faces are all your flat surfaces, your edges are all your line segments, and your vertex, your vertices, those are just your points where three edges meet. A prism, like I said, one of the more important parts, is made up of two bases. That's the most important part within a prism. A pyramid is made up of one base. A regular polyhedron, we're just saying, is made up of all regular congruent polygons. Finally, last thing that you'll want to know is that we actually name our prisms and pyramids by our base. So over here, a triangular prism, my bases are triangles, and I have two of them. Triangular prism. Rectangular prism, both bases are rectangles. Pentagonal prism, both bases are pentagons. So just some examples to go off of this. We'll do a couple of them. It says determine whether it is a polyhedron, then identify the solid. If it is a polyhedron, it wants you to name the bases, faces, edges, and vertices. I just want you to tell me how many there are. I don't need you to name them all, just tell me how many there are. So letter A, it is a polyhedron. Then we're going to identify the solid. That's really just giving a name for it. So that means this one is a rectangular prism. Next, we're going to, since it is a polyhedron, we're going to state how many bases there are, how many faces, how many edges, and how many vertices. So first, bases. Since we said it was a prism, we know that there has to be two bases automatically. Faces are all the flat surfaces. That includes your bases. So if we add them all up, I have one on the top, one on the bottom, and then four around the sides. That gets me a total of 6. For your edges, these are all your line segments. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 on top, 5, 6, 7, 8 going straight up and down, 9, 10, 11, 12 on the bottom. Vertices, these are all your points. So like R, M, P, and Q, those are all vertices. That would make up 8 of them. Letter B, this one is not a polyhedron. It is a cylinder. And since we said it was not a polyhedron, we do not have to tell, you do not need to tell me how many bases, faces, edges, and vertices because there aren't any.